Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's History at 3. And today it's the big reveal from What's It Tuesday's Mystery Object. Of course, I'm joined by one of the stars of History at 3, curator Rich Malley, who's going to tell us what this week's mystery object is.
Well, hi, everyone. We're up here in the Webb Barn, so that might give you a clue as to what this week's What's It mystery object is. It's kind of odd-shaped, and it's got this really prominent crank handle. And I will demonstrate it for you before I tell you what it is. Okay, first I'll tell you what it is not. It is not designed for panning for gold. Although, you know, that might come to mind, actually, given the motions. But actually, this is an agricultural tool. And it's called a fan mill, or sometimes they're called grain separators. And so, what do? Well, these were developed, after the Civil War, basically. In the 1870s, early examples of this type of machinery started coming into use on farms. These were designed to be a labor-saving device and to make it easier to separate, for example, wheat from the chaff. Previously, people traditionally would have to use winnowing baskets where they would take the wheat and chaff that was all mixed up and bounce it like this so that the light chaff would float away and the heavier grain would fall back into the basket. Pretty laborious. So this was a great labor-saving advance. Basically, you would pour in what you wanted to separate. So let's just say it's wheat and chaff into the hopper, if you will. By cranking the paddle, you're actually turning wooden fan blades, hence the term fan mill. And you can see those turning, and it creates a draft. It creates an artificial updraft, and it lifts the chaff up, and it allows the heavier grain to fall through a sieve into a collection container at the bottom underneath this machine. And so all of a sudden these started appearing on farms across the country, and truly a great labor-saving device. So there it is, a fan mill or a grain separator.
Thank you so much, Rich, for telling us about this week's mystery object. What fun. And by the way, you all had wonderful guesses about what this mystery object was. We hope you're having a lot of fun with it. Make sure to tune in next Tuesday in the morning when we post the photos of next week's mystery object. And then tune in next Friday for the big reveal of the mystery object. Of course, you can tune in every weekday at 3 for History at 3. This is our 33rd episode of History at 3, and we're having so much fun bringing them to you. Of course, we're going to have even more fun when you're with us here in person to enjoy all these objects when the pandemic is behind us and we can be together and be celebrating together. Until that day comes, please stay well, stay safe.